Now, legal experts have stressed the need for electoral body IEBC to adequately prepare and deliver credible polls within the Supreme Court's 60-day window. Tonight, political affairs reporter Moremi Mwangi interrogates the magnitude of the constitutional crisis that could befall the country should the IEBC, for whatever reason, fail to beat the Supreme Court deadline.
After 12 hours listening to the full-length version of the Supreme Court verdict that nullified President Uhuru Kenyatta's re-election, the National Super Alliance legal team emerged with warning of a potential constitutional crisis should electoral body IEBC fail for whatever reason to conduct a fresh presidential poll by the November 1st 60 days deadline.
There would be a requirement that you have an acting president who is not the incumbent president until an election is held.
But President Kenyatta has laughed off the NASA statement, terming it a mockery of the letter and spirit of the 2010 Constitution.
Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya mpaka mwingine ataapishwa ni Uhuru Kenyatta.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
IEBC has now revised the election date to the 26th of October. But some critics have cast doubts on the Commission's ability to tackle all the administrative, technological and logistical hiccups that occasioned the bungled August 8th elections before the November 1st deadline. Article 142, subsection 1 of the 2010 Constitution directs that the President shall hold office for a term beginning on the date which the President was sworn in and ending when the person next elected President is sworn in. Under Article 146, subsection 1, a vacancy only occurs in office of the President if the incumbent either dies, is incapacitated, or impeached. But even then, the Deputy President takes charge for the remainder of the term. But if the Deputy President's office is also vacant, or the DP is unable to assume office, then the Speaker of the National Assembly acts as President pending fresh elections in 60 days from the date of the vacancy.
So there is no vacuum at the executive level, there is no vacuum at the legislative level, and there is no vacuum as far as the judiciary or other arms of government are concerned. And not just the President, ministers, PSS remain in office until the new minister takes place. And not just for the national government, even for the county governments.
If the elections are not held within 60 days, then he will not have the constitutional authority or legitimacy to continue to be in that office.
The president of the day continues to run as president until the next election is held in whatever environment including if there's some amendments to the Constitution.
In the Democratic Republic of Congo, the electoral body postponed the presidential election initially slated for November 2016 to April 2018, initially citing insufficient funds and later alleged logistical challenges, sinking the country to chaos. A case study which lawyer Charles Kanjama says demonstrates the danger that looms should the IEBC fail to conduct the fresh poll within the 60 days window.
We have to avoid that one. But if the doctrine of necessity applies and IEBC was not able to do the elections within 60 days, then they would have to do it thereafter. But it would be a crisis situation because other actors in the process will come up with different interpretations.
Why are we worried about not holding the election? We should be worried about holding the election, but just as a fallback position, the president holds office from swearing in until the next one is sworn in.
As the Kenyan lawmakers and other legal thinkers continue to digest the September 1st Supreme Court verdict, the spotlight is on the Wafula Chebukati-led team as the countdown to the Kenyatta Odinga rematch continues. Moremi Mwangi, KTN News in Nairobi.
At the same time,